Hey, what is up everyone? Today we are checking out another product. Today we're going to be looking at the Gamdias 3-in-1 combo. So basically what you get is the keyboard, the mouse, and the mouse pad. Make sure y'all watch till the end to see if this combo is worth it or not. Before we begin this video, disclaimer, Gamdias did reach out and asked if I could review this combo. And I'm gonna give you guys the honest truth. If there's some things that suck, I'll let you know, and I'll also let you know all the cool things about this combo. Let's start with what was inside the box. Of course, we got the keyboard over here, the mouse pad, as well as this mechanical key switch remover. There wasn't an instruction manual that was included with this keyboard and mouse combo, but it's fairly simple and it doesn't really need an instruction manual. So as always, let's get started with the design and the build quality of this combo. We're gonna start with the keyboard and then move on to the mouse. So the first thing you're gonna notice with the keyboard is that it has lights and it's shiny. I do like the lights on this keyboard. It makes the desk setup feel a little more lively and active, so that's pretty cool. And then if we look at the build quality of this keyboard, you can see that it's made of a fully plastic material, and I would say it's not on the super high quality side. It's a little bit on the cheaper side, but it's not like straight up like really bad, but it's definitely on the cheaper side. There are some rattles here and there if you squeeze a little bit too hard on some parts of the keyboard, but honestly it's fine. This thing's not gonna break down on you or anything. And keep in mind that this is a budget setup, so for how much you pay for this combo, I would say the quality is definitely okay. So in terms of how bulky this thing is, it's not a slim keyboard and it's not a ultra bulky keyboard. It's somewhere in the middle. It does lift up about 1 inch off the ground, so your typing experience should be fairly standard compared to most of the mechanical keyboards out there. Of course, with mechanical keyboards, it is gonna add a lot of extra height from the keyboard, so keep that in mind. If you want something really slim and low profile, I would look into other slim and low profile keyboards like the Logitech G915 or the G918. The RGB lights on the keyboard are not customizable. The only thing you can do is have them glow normally or have them pulsing. And the way to do that is you hold the function key over here and then you push this screen button here. As you can see, it's glowing normally right now. And then if we click it again, it's gonna go back to pulsing. And of course, as you've noticed, this is a full-size keyboard, so you're gonna get that number pad and some of these center controls over here. They do not make a 60% version of this keyboard, so make sure you have room on your desk if you plan on purchasing this keyboard. It did come with this little key switch remover, which is pretty easy to use. And the point of it is if you wanna remove your keys to clean your keyboard, if you wanna swap out some keys, it's fairly easy with this little tool over here. So all you do is you come up to a key, you click down on it, and then you pull it, and then it pulls the key out. Fairly simple stuff. So it makes it pretty easy to get behind the keyboard if you need to wash it, clean it, dust it, whatever you gotta do. And some people like to actually remove these keys, paint them, or swap them with other keys. So you can really color code your setup to have different layouts, so it's easier to recognize where certain buttons are on your keyboard. Putting the key back, of course, is the same thing, except you don't need the switch. You could just grab the key, put it in and press down, and it just grips in and it holds firmly. Now we're gonna do a little typing test on the keyboard, a sound test, and I'm gonna bring it up to the mic over here so you can hear what it sounds like. So these are mechanical switch blues, so they're gonna be a little clicky. And now we're gonna go to the space bar. It does give a little more thunk, a deeper sound, but I think that's because it's slightly wobbly. Now if we take a look behind the keyboard, we can see that you do get two stands which can raise the keyboard a little bit. And you only have one adjustment option. You can make it lay on the ground flat, or you can lift it up about 1/2 inch, I would say. And then on the back over here, you have little grips that help keep the keyboard in place so it doesn't slide around on your desk. There is no on and off switch with this keyboard, and there is no wireless option. The cable is attached and it doesn't detach from the keyboard. Now that we have the keyboard covered, let's check out the mouse. Before we get into the mouse, what's also included in this combo is the mouse pad. And this mouse pad is fairly standard. You get this interesting triangular design with the Gamdias logo. And then on the back, it's just a rubber grip. It feels like any old standard mouse pad. So as we can tell by looking at the mouse, it does have some pretty cool lights on it as well. And you have this matching light setup. So it's really gonna complement your setup if you want it to be nice and shiny. The material of the mouse is made of a rubber material up on the top here, and then on the sides, it's made of a plastic material with some grip texture that'll help you, grip the mouse a little better. And then on the side of the mouse, the two buttons here, you do have two plastic buttons that are silver, and they feel pretty decent. If we look on the center of the mouse, we can see the scroll wheel is made of a rubberized material, so that's gonna give you a better gripping experience when you're scrolling. In terms of RGB lights on the mouse, you do have 3 spots where it glows. It goes all the way around the mouse in this line form here, and then on the back you get this little triangle, and on the scroll wheel you also have lights that are attached to the scroll wheel. Looks pretty cool overall, and I do like how no matter what angle you're looking at the mouse from, it's gonna be glowing and looks pretty nice. So the size and the bulkiness of this mouse is pretty comfortable. The mouse is really lightweight, so that's gonna make it pretty easy to use as you're actually using it for long periods of time. And the actual dimensions of the mouse, I would say, is on the mid-sized. It fits in my hand pretty good, and it doesn't feel like it's like extra large or too small or anything like that. And the gripping style of this mouse is made for a palm grip. You can't really do a claw grip with these things because of the button positions. If you start claw gripping this mouse, you're gonna actually click the button accidentally, because the buttons don't have like an indent like some of the other mice out there. The button for the left click and the right click is attached all the way to the back of the mouse. I would say you can click the mouse comfortably in the middle, and then if you go backwards, you can't click the mouse anymore. So keep that in mind. If you are a claw gripper, I would not recommend using this mouse, but for palm grip, it's gonna work perfectly fine. Now we're gonna do a little click test for you guys to see what this mouse actually sounds like. So here's what the click sounds like. Here's the DPI button. Here are the side buttons. And here is the scroll wheel. So it's definitely not a super silent mouse, and it's not an extremely loud mouse where you're gonna start distracting people around you. I would say it has a fairly good balance to it. So if you're doing something like streaming or using the mouse at night, I don't think you're gonna really be distracting people, and I don't think it's gonna go into your microphone if you're recording or streaming and clicking at the same time. If we take a look under the mouse, it's fairly simple. There's not too much going on here. We have 3 sliders to help pan the mouse around and a sensor. There's no on and off switch, and it requires no batteries because it's a wired mouse. Fairly simple stuff. Now the DPI button, by default, it does have some settings like a slow, medium, fast, and if you want to customize these, you can get the software and tweak it a little bit more there. So is this keyboard and mouse combo worth getting? Well, if you're looking for something kind of on the starter level and on the budget side, I would say, yeah, definitely go for it. If you're looking for something more premium than this keyboard and mouse combo, I recently did do a Logitech G915 and a Logitech G604 mouse review, so make sure you check out my channel to check those videos out. So if you're interested in picking up this keyboard, mouse, and mousepad combo, make sure you guys check out the link in the description below. With all that being said, if you guys want to know what's happening in the tech world, make sure you guys click that subscribe button, and I'll keep you guys in the loop. Don't forget to like this video and leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.